This week I decided it was time to go back to basics. I decided to show you one of the very basic but sometimes misunderstood and sometimes feared techniques for working with polymer clay. We are doing the Skinner technique. It really is simple, it's just a little time consuming, but you go from just some blocks of clay to some beautiful graduated colors of clay. And this technique is used so much in so many different clay projects that I thought it was time I showed you really how to do it and how to do it easily. So join me and see how easy this technique is. Well, today I decided to do a video showing you how to do a basic clay technique because I use this so much, and rather than going over it each time I'm going to use it, I thought I'd do one video showing how to do the basic technique and then refer you back to that. So we are going to work on the Skinner technique today. I'm just doing a basic 2-color Skinner technique today. It can be done with more colors, but that's a whole nother video. Basically, the first thing you need to do is cut your pairs of clay, and I'm going to do 4 different variations on the blend. So I've got 4 very different colors so that I can show you exactly how they look. So we have a dark blue and a white. I tried to keep my contrast of colors really bright too. So for this basic one, you need to cut 2 pieces of clay so that they're the same size and the same thickness. Now you want to make sure that your clay is really well conditioned. Put them together to make sure they're the right size. We are going to cut this rectangle corner to corner, and that will give us 2 triangles, 2 sets, a blue set and a white set. So I am going to take those, we're going to blend them, we're going to kind of get them together so they make they make a rectangle. It's okay if the color bleeds a little there where we cut. So that's our first cut. Now I have this yellow pair. For this pair, I will be cutting, so make sure I'm under the camera. I'm going to go not quite corner to corner. I'm going to go like this. And now we have pieces that are offset a bit. What this will allow us to do, this will allow us to have a little more of the base color at each end. We're going to mold those together. Now we'll take our green. And our green I'm going to leave a little more at each end. And don't worry, we won't do all of these on camera. I will do one set on camera and then show you how all the others look when they're completed. So there's that one. And now finally we're just going to do let's see if I can get this lined up. There. That one's a little bit, now I'm going to make a very shallow angle on this one. There. Now that's our base. Now I will move us over to the pasta machine and I'll show you how to blend these together. Alright, so here we are at the pasta machine. Now I'm going to take one of my sets of blue triangles, and the first time through we're just kind of going really gently. Now we fold in half, always folding. Kind of get this back in shape. So we have the white edge and the dark edge. Line your colors up that way. Always put the fold in first. Folding the same direction every time. Now I'm going to go a little bit thinner on my pasta machine. And don't worry if it looks like you've lost your entire blend. And this takes a while. As you can see, now we've got dark and we've got light. And because this was the one that was done corner to corner, we won't have any really white. It's going to go from pale blue to dark blue. And you have to do this a minimum of 20 times through the pasta machine. And you can do this without a pasta machine. Just use your whatever you use to roll your clay out with. And again, fold it just like I'm folding here and roll it. Now I'm going to go a little thinner. And it does tend to grow widthwise. That's okay. And it will get kind of funny shaped. And one thing I recommend is start out with really well conditioned clay. And it's a lot easier to do this, especially when you're first starting out, with a softer brand of clay, not with a really firm clay. Now I haven't been counting, so I don't know how many times I've gone through. And I'm trying not to bump the camera too much. Don't want to make you dizzy. I think we can blend a little more. There we go. I think that's about as blended as we are going to get. You can see that it's a very nice graduated color. So let me go on and do some others. So now I have all 4 of my blends run through, so I can show you one at a time. Here's the pink one where we were cut way off, so we'd have lots of the base color and a very short area. And they get funny shaped when you do this. A very short area where it's being blended. It depends on what you're using this for, how you're going to want to cut your angles. Here's our yellow. It's got a nice blend. I should have cleaned my pasta machine between colors. I didn't. But you can see it's got a little bit of white. I'll turn this so it's the right way. There's the direction our clay is. So this turns to this. We've got white on this end, yellow on this end, and then the blend in the middle. The green, same thing. We've got the colors, but it makes a really pretty blend. And this technique is used so much. Oh, and here's our blue, where we have no pure color, just the blend. So that's how we do a Skinner blend. I'll come back next week and I'm going to show you a food item that uses the Skinner blend. And I plan to keep this video, this video is one I'm going to refer back to for you on other videos, because rather than showing you this technique each and every time I'm using it, I think it's better to just have one video that really shows the technique rather than taking this much time on each individual video. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from it. Be sure and find us on Facebook, and be sure and read the blog. I'll hopefully give you more techniques, more ideas there, and there'll be close-up photos of the different clay blends so you can see what they look like really close rather than on the video. Like I said, find us on Facebook, find us on the blog, and come back next week for another fun mini video. Who knows? I think it's going to be clay because I have something planned that uses the Skinner blend. So I'll see you then. Bye.